Here's my wonderful audience. Hi everybody, my name is Anthony Ware, and today I'll be talking about precious metals investing, physical precious metals, and convince you to be in this market with me. Most people have an investment portfolio, and in most investment portfolios there is some exposure to precious metals, usually in the form of ETFs, which are exchange traded funds, or in gold and silver mining stocks. But today we're going to talk about the beautiful safety of owning physical gold. A lot of people have gold jewelry or silver jewelry, or maybe even a platinum wedding ring. That is also an investment into precious metals, but that is the expensive way to go. I'm going to talk about a more affordable, better way to invest into physical precious metals. But first, a little background on precious metals. Gold in particular. Gold was one of the very first currencies, and it is available around the world. I mean, people have been mining it for thousands of years. In fact, Johnston Herr from bbusiness.com talks about gold in one form or another has been used by humans for the last 40,000 years. 3,000 years ago, Egyptians were so fascinated by gold that they made the capstones of the pyramids out of pure gold. Gold is malleable. It can be formed into trinkets, jewelry, and coins. And in its raw form, like this flattened out gold nugget, well, it caused gold fever in people in the 1870s, where they were willing to travel hundreds of miles by horse, by walking, or wagon train to, at first, North Carolina, but then all the way to California and then Alaska. It was a big deal. And to this day, people are still very interested, and once they look at it and hold it in their hand, people love precious metals. So I'm going to make 4 main points today on why you should be in the precious metals market, the physical market. The first main point has to do with knowing about the market, being educated about the metals market. And you can do that at kitco.com. They have charts, they have news, they have professionals that you can click on buttons and inform yourself. You can become educated that way. One professional in particular name is Frank Holmes. He is a gold bug. I'm a gold bug. A gold bug is a person that really likes gold and wants to invest in it and own it and hold it in their hand and play with it like I'm playing with it now. He has many interviews at kitco.com and writes many articles that are very informative on the subject. And he also is on investornews.com, where he is a regular, writing and making and being in videos. That brings me to my second main point, which is why would you want to be in this market? Well, like I'm doing right now, you can hold it in your hand. It is a physical thing. Coins, gold, bullion, it's real. Unlike stocks, bonds, and mutual funds, that when you buy them, they actually come with a disclaimer saying that when you buy this, you could possibly lose your entire investment. Well, with gold, silver, platinum, and palladium, they're as old as the planet. They're going to be here long after we're gone. You can buy this and pass it on for generations. That is a beautiful thing about precious metals. And it will always be valuable. Always. Always has been valuable. Which brings me to my third point. Where and how do you buy precious metals? Well, I will talk about kitco.com. They have pages of beautiful coins, bullion, and you can use a credit card or an electronic check. Electronic check is a little cheaper. their competition is Monex.com, where you get a little better deal because you will pay spot price at what gold and silver or palladium or platinum is at that moment, and then they'll ship it to you. You can also go to your local coin shop, and you're going to pay 10 to 20% more, but you're probably only going to buy a little bit anyway, $20 to $1,500 worth. And if you're going to buy it monthly so that you're saving it up like you should be, you're probably only going to be spending $20 to $100, which is fine because that is one way to accumulate it over years. So now you know where and how to buy it. This brings me to my fourth point. And that point is, what do you do with it once you have it? You got to store it somewhere. Well, you can store it at home. If you're going to have it, a lot of it over time, I would get a safe. Or at least put it somewhere where nobody but you knows where it is. I wouldn't talk about it with anybody. Loose lips sink big ships is what they say. So, be secretive about, keep it close to the vest. Yes. If you're a big spender and you want a kilo of gold, which costs a little over $48,000 right now, you would probably want a gold depository, which costs about $250 a year. There's one in Texas. There's one in Delaware. There's Fort Knox. That's where the government keeps all of their gold. I prefer a safe deposit box. It's right up the street. Costs me less than $50 a year. It's big enough for my purposes. It's safe. So I'm going to quickly go over my main points. You should become informed about precious metals and how to invest in them. You can do that at Kitco. You can follow Frank Holmes. That is great. Then, why would you want to do this? Because it's a solid asset. It doesn't go away. It's not like stocks and bonds, mutual funds, that, due to social upheavals, economic downturns, wars, or natural disasters, you can still have your gold and silver. And then, where to buy them? Kitco. It's a great place, kitco.com. Monex, little better deal. Or pay a little more at your local coin shop, but it's fast, it's easy. And then you need to store it. You can store it at home in a safe or in a secret spot. If you got a lot of money, there is, the gold depositories in Texas and Delaware and Fort Knox. Or, like I said, and I do, I go to a safe deposit box at my bank. So now that we've covered that, in conclusion, I would like to ask you, when would you or should you be in this sector of investing? And I'd say that answer is now, because there is no retirement fairy that is going to throw money at you when you retire. So you need to be thinking of that now. And accumulate it a little at a time. Buy a little bit every month. And then don't worry about those daily fluctuations of its price. You're in this for the long run. Decades. Over decades, it always goes up. Thank you.
Well, I didn't know whether